What's up guys, this is your friend Captain Diaz back with another weekly tech updates, and this time around we have some of the biggest news coming out from the week. And finally, Fairphone news is there in this week too. We're gonna talk about those in this WTU75. Without any further ado, let's quickly get started. But before that, if you are new to the channel, press the bell icon and subscribe so you can never miss any more updates like this. And if you appreciate our video in between, then like and share. Gonna be really appreciating our work. Let's start off with the Asus. Asus Zenfone 10 is coming. Some of the renders and some of the leaks and stuff has been seen around in this week, and it has been leaked twice. The colors and the designs and good. It looked kind of a really good, and same. It will be having a 3.5mm headphone jack and also a tiny bit of display to a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 will be there on this guy too, and it will be having its own way of talking. Anyways, this phone is releasing on June 29, and I'm super excited to see when what are the things that it will be carrying upon. Also, the Asus is looking forward with the expansion in India for a lot of the laptops and the peripheral devices, and in future we might be able to see some of the biggest updates in the Asus over the India. Talking about the Google Pixel 8 series. 8 series is having a lot of leaks now. Lastly we got camera leaks basically, and now this week we got to see a lot of display leaks and kind of a say if you compare it with the 7 Pro, or you can say the 7 base variant, it is having its own way of talking, and also it feels a kind of a downgrade in a lot of numbers. But anyways, we were expecting that it will be downgrading to get itself optimized and kind of a say tweaking itself into the Pixel lineup. So yeah, we might be able to see some of the variables too. So let's see how it will be doing. Also, the Google is also looking forward to expansion in India with the Pixel phone productions to most of it to come into the Indian market to get themselves up and running. And even though they want to transfer more onto the Indian based ecosystem and wanted to expand into Indian market too. On the Pixel tablet, a Pixel tablet is coming really soon. However, basically it has launched now. It is expected that it will be having two new stuff coming around of it, which is stylus and the keyboard. Qualcomm has unveiled a new chipset for the TWS and devices. This is S3 Gen 2, and it is having some of the coolest feature. 20 milliseconds of latency is there, which is I believe really good. And looking forward that we might be able to see some of the big updates coming around from the processors of the audio and the peripheral devices. So let's see how it will be doing. If you take a look at the Vivo X90s is finally tuned to be coming. It is the June 29 is the date when this smartphone will be releasing itself. A lot of things are there that it will be upgrading itself upon with, such as some of the tweaks over the camera and the processor. Talking about the iQoo 11s is also coming. It is having its own way of talking, and not a big amount of changes over the design on this both the guys. But anyways, iQoo 11s will be having a 200 watt of charging, not the power adapter inside the box. We might be expecting that soon or later. So let's see how it will be doing too. And also it will be having a Dimensity 9300. Talking about the Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 series leaks and renders are too much coming out from this week, and we might be expecting that coming really soon. And looking forward, there isn't any big amount of appealing design changes on this guy, but software optimization is expected a lot on the this Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 series. So let's see how it will be doing. Also, if you know the Samsung's, they have a self-repair program too, and it has expanded to the European market. So if you are there in Europe and wanted to get your hands on this guy, then you can definitely go ahead. Samsung has its own view of repairability and stuff like that. So yeah, in Android there are very few of the brands I believe who give the self-repair plans. Samsung devices have its very own software editor inside the photos, which is that X image editor, and it has now expanded to the S22 series and the Samsung Galaxy, basically the Z Fold 4 and the Z Flip 4. Z Flip 4 hasn't confirmed yet, but it might have received, I don't know. Anyways, if we talk about the One UI 6 supported devices, it has been seen around from a couple of weeks that the One UI 5 is under the work, and some of the tweaks and stuff will be definitely going around for this guy. But anyways, we might be able to see some of the biggest updates coming out from the Samsung. And by the time we'll be passing your lot of devices from the M series, F series, A series, lot of will be distributed. If you take a look at those A04s, M23, F14 5G, and also the S8 series, basically the Tab S8 series will be receiving. I don't know what about that flagship devices. Basically, it will be receiving as its own, but these are the base variants, and about those devices launched, it might be receiving. On the Samsung Galaxy Watch 6 series. It will be receiving its own way of talking, but some of the price leak has been seen around from this week. Samsung Galaxy Watch 8 will have 4G supported with the 44mm for the £349, and the Bluetooth will be only for £399. Nubia Red Magic ZTE Nubia Red Magic S8s Pro. It has some of the leaks and the tweaks coming out from this week. It will be having its own way of talking, but this guy will. It is expected that it will be having a Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 and a forced lens. It was from my side that it won't be coming, but now some of the leaks are coming. We might expect that the 8 Gen 2 is under the work, and we might be able to see kind of a small announcement, because 8 Gen 3 is already going to be coming in the November, as of the Qualcomm has announced. Another smartphone, which is kind of a say that neo gaming phone, it is having its own way of talking basically, but it is having a Unisoc Tiger T6 T820 processor. I have to basically look around and see what it is having. T820. Very few of the phones might be having this device, because Unisoc don't have a real big expansion into the smartphone market. We might be able to see it into the future, but as of now, T820, and this smartphone attracted very closely with its really crystallized looking design. Anyways, talking about the another thing is that we might be expecting that Nubia's Red Magic a tablet also coming around from the same smartphone, the Red Magic 8s Pro. And yeah, that Neo Gaming has gone on to the pre-order, so if you are looking for that, you can go ahead. But we can expect that guy. Also, if you know, the AR virtual glasses are there, and they have announced the one too. This is the Neo Vision Pro headset, and not the headset, the glasses. Vision Pro. Anyways, this is the Neo version. We might be expecting a lot of things. These are the virtual glasses and having its own way of talking. Nothing phone 2. We have a lot of leaks coming out from this week. Apart from the same leak leaking again, and it will be launching soon. A couple of plays are only left for the July. We can't be expecting that. Anyways, this guy will be having a transparent cable inside the box. Not a completely transparent. The pin of the transparent will be there on the top of it, which is the Type C and the Type C. So yeah, it looks kind of a nice and attention to it. The first version wasn't having that guy. Apple Watch Ultra. We all know that this is having its own way of talking, and if you go ahead and if you break by any chance, there is a very few chances that you might be able to get the third party repair, because the parts and the availability are completely certified. They say that the Apple is certifying its own basically parts and each and everything which they make, which is kind of hard to believe, but we might be able to get into the third party. But if you get, it is that same policy that you won't be able to get from the Apple itself or something like that, vice versa. So you might be get into the third party only, not the third party, the Apple itself. So you get into the the warranty and stuff. You know what I'm trying to say. Anyways, the Apple self repair plan has added two new devices. The iPhone 14 series is officially into this guy, and also the MacBook M2 series is also available on this guy. But if we take about some of its hardware, the iPhone 15 Pros, not the base variant, the 15 and the 15 Plus, the 15 Pros and the Pro Max basically, or Ultra, we don't know, will be having its own way of talking, right? And they kind of say this guy is expectedly kind of having the YouTube chip, which will be enhancing its lot into a Vision Pro headset. Let's see how it does. Fairphone 5. Finally, we got some of the coolest looking designs of this guy. A transparent type of design is expected for this guy. Anyways, talking about this guy, a lot of leaks and stuff has been seen around. It will be having its own way of talking. A new components will be added on the the Fairphone 5 based support components and stuff like that. So let's see how it will be done. Realme Nano 60 series. A lot of things are there for this guy to talk about. But anyways, it is expected to come really soon. However, not a big leaks are there, but it is expected that it will be priced aggressively as if, and it will be having a lot of smartphones on this. As if the Nano 50 is having that same vibe and other smartphones, the Nano series. So the Realme is thinking to exit the German market really soon. So still the support and the stuff will be there for your devices, but not a big amount of there will be there. So yeah, you know what I'm trying to say. Um, what is happening with the BBK is ups and downs in the European market. So yeah, let's see how it does. Honor 90 Lite, and it has got officially unveiled. A 100 megapixel main sensor is there on the rear side. The 90 Lite is having the Honor 90 series visual design and stuff on it, and it is also having a Dimensity 602 sensor. Also talking about that foldable guy, the Honor Magic VS2. Sorry, some of the factory images were leaked around, and afterward it has been completely gone off from the internet. So it might be there under the work, it is there and frequently under the work. So let's see how it will be. This week, the OnePlus Fold, basically OnePlus Fold we can calling, got a lot of leaks. And in the first half of the week, or you can say the Monday and the Tuesday, got to see some of it, the factory image, and afterwards some of it completely good looking design leaks, and those are really good. Hasselblad is still there on this app, so let's see how the camera operations and optimizations and operating system optimizations for iPad to that. It will be there on this app. Xiaomi Redmi Note 20. It is coming really soon. It will be the first phone to have the Snapdragon 4 Gen 1 processor, having its own real processor. And we're talking about another thing that Xiaomi is working on with the Redmi K60 Ultra. This guy will be having a 120 watt of charging inside the box, and a lot of updates are expected for this guy. A new design is expected also on this guy, and Ultra means that you also few phones to have some of the coolest features. I hope the camera might get upgraded. So also their foldable smartphone, the Xiaomi Mix Fold. Xiaomi Mix Fold basically 3. Factory images as you can see now. That big model of the camera is there on the same rear side. So yeah, it has its own way of talking right there. We all know that the 120 Hz or 60 Hz, 144 Hz, 165 Hz is there into the trend, and Huawei said that a 1440 Hz is under the work, right? And we have seen that the 1000 Hz of the touch sampling rate, TSR basically, that's completely different than the actual refresh rate. So it might be expecting that the 1440 Hz is there on your smartphone. It will be basically harming your eyes. So I believe that 165 Hz or even the 240 Hz might be the touch limit of the refresh rate. So let's see how it is. And Huawei has told us things. So also they were working upon the 3640 refresh rate Hz. So you know the experience might be there on this report. Sony basically, not Sony. Sony will be making the smartphones. It was expected a couple of days ago that they might be completely, getting out of the market area. As of it is said that the Qualcomm is working with the Sony, and they will be making the smartphones a lot into the future. So let's see how it will be working. As if they should work upon some of the key factors of the smartphone. Downgrading of the specs they provide are really future-genic, and if they downgrade a bit of onto the smartphone, the pricing will be also cutting itself off, and a lot of new things will be there on this list. Also, the smartphones of there are kind of the same, looking a lot tall and having it ultra wide type of design to go into the landscape. So let's see how the Sony will be there into the market. So our Razer 40 series is finally coming to India on the July of 3. A lot of things are there to talk about this guy. Foldable, not a foldable, you can call it as a flippable device. The Razer 40 Ultra seems to be a kind of ultra guy, but it won't be having a big amount of the deal. As of the Razer 40 has some of the coolest camera on paper specifications, but not in a big amount of sense because it is only a 0.7 micron sensor. So let's see how Razer will be there on this guy. Those were some of the big updates going on from this complete week. a lot of things are there to talk about the Fairphone. There is also Asus coming into the India. Also, Google is looking to expansion. A lot of things are there, and if you have any question or stuff, let us know in the comment section. And we can start a good conversation in the comment section. This was Captain here. If you were watching Captain here, like, share, subscribe. Want to be appreciating our work. Pressing the bell icon, you can get yourself stayed in for more amazing things like this. I'll catch you in the next video. Stay safe, stay connected. Peace out.